Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Magic's reported offer increases Warriors' odds to re-sign Klay Thompson. The odds of Klay Thompson returning to the Golden State Warriors increased after Yahoo Sports' Jake Fisher reported that the Orlando Magic are only willing to offer a short-term deal lower than the five-time All-Star rejected last summer. Orlando appears to have an appetite to only offer a short-term deal, similar to the two-year, above-market contract the Magic awarded Joe Ingles a season ago, Fisher wrote on June 21. Ingles signed a 1+1 deal worth $22 million with the Magic last year. Fisher added that Orlando could very well exercise the 2024-25 option on Ingles' deal to save some cap room to extend Jalen Suggs, whose rookie extension could be based on what Emmanuel quickly receives likely from Toronto this offseason. With that said, let's say the Magic proved to be open to something similar to Bruce Brown's contract last summer, when the Pacers inked the former Nuggets swingman to a two-year, $45 million deal, the second season being a team option. That number would be below what Thompson declined from Golden State prior to the 2023-24 campaign, sources said, and would not come close to the 4 years and $78 million Sacramento plans to give Malik Monk. Thompson is also believed by league sources to want a deal of at least 3 seasons, Fisher wrote. Thompson turned down the Warriors' two-year, $48 million offer last offseason, The Athletic's Shams Charania reported in December 2023. Contract negotiations between Thompson and the Warriors stalled over salary and length of an extension being discussed. I'm told the Warriors were offering Thompson a 2-year deal in the range of $48 million before the season, Charania wrote. The latest intel on Magic's offseason plans came after Charania and The Athletic's Warriors beat reporter Anthony Slater reported that Thompson will test free agency. For the first time in Thompson's career, he has shown an appetite to explore external options, Charania and Slater wrote on June 17. There remains mutual interest between Thompson and the Orlando Magic, according to league sources. The Warriors have made clear they want to bring Thompson back at the right price and in the right role. Aside from the Magic, several teams with cap room who can outbid the Warriors are the Philadelphia 76ers, Oklahoma City Thunder, Detroit Pistons, Utah Jazz, and San Antonio Spurs. The 34-year-old Thompson is coming off one of his worst seasons in the NBA as his role fluctuated from starting to coming off the bench and then starting again in the final 10 games of a lost season. Thompson averaged 17.9 points per game on 43.2% shooting and 38.7% three-point shooting. With an expensive roster not built for a championship run, the Warriors are reluctant to offer Thompson more than 2 years because of the restrictive new collective bargaining agreement that cripples second-apron teams' ability to make meaningful trades. They do not want to get locked into a situation where they're sitting a bad Klay Thompson contract, even for 1 year, one NBA executive told Heavy Sports' Sean Devaney. There was a time when maybe you could do that, you could have a bad contract on the books to pay a guy who had helped the team for so long. But not under this new CBA. They are going to try very hard to get under the tax, and they can't have a bad deal sitting there putting them back over in a couple of years. Warriors 5-time All-Star named Lakers top free agent target. The Los Angeles Lakers will look to make moves during the NBA offseason to better their roster. Naming J.J. Redick as the head coach, the next focus is for them to keep LeBron James around as he has a player option. Julius Stumbaugh of Bleacher Report listed the Lakers' top trade and free agent targets amid the Redick hire and James contract rumors, including Klay Thompson, the Golden State Warriors free agent. The Lakers averaged the fewest three-point attempts of any NBA team during the 2023-24 regular season, Stumbaugh wrote on June 20. Would the team consider addressing that need with a shooter like Golden State Warriors veteran Klay Thompson, who ranked 4th in the league in three-pointers made last season? Stumbaugh added that despite his dipped production, his ability to hit the three-point shot could entice the Lakers. Although his production dipped during his age 34 season to 17.9 points per game, Thompson's presence behind the arc could be a draw for a Lakers team looking for more shot production from deep, Stumbaugh wrote. Thompson has played for the Golden State Warriors for his entire career but hits free agency this offseason. According to Tim McMahon on an episode of the Hoop Collective podcast, the Warriors offered Thompson a 2-year deal. "We've heard that it's a 2-year offer," McMahon said to Brian Windhorst on June 20. "It's as much about years as dollars in some of these cases." According to Monty Poole of NBC Sports Bay Area, Thompson is seeking at least a 3-year deal. League sources indicate he's seeking an offer of at least 3 years, Poole wrote on June 17. The issue for the Los Angeles Lakers is the lack of cap space to land Thompson. They do have ways to get creative, but it'd be tough to land Thompson, given his potential contract. Stephen A. Smith of ESPN said on June 17 that Thompson would love to be in Los Angeles but questioned the chances of it happening due to their cap space situation. "Well, in a perfect world, Klay would love to be in Los Angeles," Smith said on an episode of First Take. "We all know that. I'm talking about the Lakers. I mean, could you imagine? No space, they can't do it," Smith said. Warriors trade for potential $214 million star could cost Kuminga, NBA exec. Late last month, Warriors beat writer Anthony Slater of The Athletic reported that Golden State could consider a major upheaval of the roster, a potential trade with the Heat for star veteran wing Jimmy Butler. Both stylistically and in terms of personality, Butler would be an odd fit. He's a foul-drawing mid-range master who averages only 2.4 three-point attempts for his career and plays with a tough-minded, gum-flapping edge. Draymond Green already has that market cornered on this Warriors team. Still, Slater wrote on May 30 that, if the Heat shop Jimmy Butler, I would expect the Warriors to enter the conversation to at least some degree. The always secretive Heat have given no indication that Butler is on the market, but as he seeks a contract extension that Miami might be unwilling to pay, the possibility of Butler becoming available gets more real. And if the Warriors want to deal for Butler, folks around the league say they will be in the best position to do so. But it'll cost them rising young wing Jonathan Kuminga, the team's best young player. That's because, if the Heat do trade Butler, they are not going to want to make that move in the service of cap space or, even, in the service of future draft picks. They will want to stay competitive, and of all the teams that might be willing to make an investment in Butler, the Sixers and Knicks are said to be among them. The Warriors are best equipped to give the Heat a worthwhile package. The Heat have a star in 26-year-old big man Bam Adebayo, and trading Butler would have to Miami getting players that would allow the team to retool around him. Kuminga would almost certainly need to be at the center of a deal, and there's some question as to whether the Warriors would go that far. The Heat are going to want to send out Jimmy Butler for a young guy who fits alongside what they're trying to do with Bam. They're not looking for picks. They're not looking for Julius Randle, said one NBA executive, referring to a potential package of picks from the Sixers or Julius Randle and picks from the Knicks. The Warriors are the only team that can check every box for them. A trade built around veteran wing Andrew Wiggins and Kuminga would work, though the Warriors would have to add more salaries to make the numbers match. But Kuminga to Miami would be a big deal. Kuminga would be the key, the exec said. He plays with so much force, he has that same kind of violent approach as Bam. They want that, they want to play with force and physicality. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.